In this video, I'm just going to kind of sand out the quarter panel. And go over a few comments. I got a lot of comments on, wondering if I'm going to buff the car out, and probably not. I don't like buffing cars, but there are some places where I got a small amount of orange peel because I'd rather have a little orange peel on runs. I can lightly sand the orange peel. I mean lightly. It won't take much because it's minimal. A camera makes it look worse than what it really is. And I'll buff those spots. And there is some dust in a few places, and I'll sand and buff those. But for the most part, the paint looks pretty darn good. But like there's a speck of dust right there, and a little bit of orange peel around in here. And like I say, I can give that a light sand and buff, but it's going to be minimal amount that it needs. I ordered the belt. It's called belt line weather stripping, the molding or the rubber that goes on this molding that goes on here. And they said that molding or that weather strip won't arrive for about 4 weeks. This is just sanding dust. That red oxide is just wipes off. And but anyway, yeah, so it'll be about 4 weeks before that comes, so I can't really put the doors together, but it's not like I need to put them together today. I want to buff this trim out too, so I got a lot of things to do, but I can put the window regulator in, get the door everything all together, less the glass and the vent window frame, and and I got the other door to do yet too, so it's no big deal that it's going to take, I'm not worried about it, but at least I got it coming. And I just ordered a bunch of other miscellaneous little things too the car needs. I ordered $370 worth of parts for the car today. Just miscellaneous rubber seals and stuff. I gave the lock cylinder a little buff before I put it back in the door. It shines like brand new. I've shown how I buff this stuff in past videos, so I'm not gonna do any videos on buffing stuff because it's like sanding, it's boring. So while I'm waiting for fillers and stuff to cure, I was cleaning up some of the window track pieces. They clean up nice, and I put the new window regulator in the door, and I installed the lock cylinder. So I can't put the glass in though because, like I say, or the vent window frame because, that weather strip's on order. But anyway, I'm just putzing around putting things together, what I can together, while I wait for parts. I blocked out that one coat of sandable primer. That's that gray SEM sandable primer. And there are still some of the pits from those rust marks showing in a couple spots. So I reshot it, and I'll let that dry overnight and give it another block. Overall, I think it looks pretty darn good. I think get that sanded out, and that'll be pretty much all done. And yeah, I hit that little spot too. Might try and get the car outside and get the rest of the paint off the quarter panel. We'll see if the weather cooperates. So I got all the paint off, and I found some, yeah, there's more rust here than what I thought. There's some Bondo in here. That's a hole. This is all going to have to be cut out and replaced from about from about right there all the way around, probably to about here, and then this section. And then the other side has some old body work that I found. That's why the Bondo was cracked. You know, when I pointed out the other day there's cracks in the filler here. Well, I got rust out right in here. That's going to be rust out in there. That's got to be repaired. I stripped it, you know, cleaned it so I could see what all, but yeah, this is old body work. And those stripping paint discs were great. You can see how deep the Bondo was. God, it was probably a 1/4 inch thick there. Not good. So I'm going to take this trim off, get the convertible top off, get all this repaired. I think that's going to be the next step. And I got the paint. I just used the angle grinder with the paint stripping disc. And didn't DA it because it got really cold out. My DA, when you release air, it frosts and causes moisture. My DA was frosting up because it's down in the, I don't know, it's about 40 degrees. It started at 63 when I started working on the car. But anyway, I'm going to pull it back in the garage. And tomorrow I'll probably sand this out. And then I think today I might even start taking this trim off so I can get the convertible top off and fix it. And this I'm going to have to sand all out by hand around in here. And the back all in here I'll have to sand out too. And I'll get the tail lights out maybe tomorrow too. Get this trim off. I think I'll just go ahead and do the rear quarter panels complete, get them ready for paint, and then start working on the trunk lid and the door. But I think I'll paint the inside of the trunk before I paint the quarter panels. And in the meantime, I might just sand out the hood one day if we get a nice day and just reshoot the hood so I can put it on, you know, less stuff in the garage. Anyway, just wanted to kind of show what's going on here. I don't know, the car's been out here for a while, so it's probably cold. Guess it wasn't that cold. Cold light's on. It's kind of dim. I'll have to see if the bulb is bad or something. I'm going to have to put some gas in the tank. It's been running enough to where it's starting to go down a bit. Lock rod, I think I'll just let that fall into the bottom of the door. Alright, I'm going to let it warm up, probably about 15 minutes, and pull back in the garage. Alright, I put it in the accessory position. Let's see if the top does anything. Oh wow, it works. That's one way and the other. Wow, I'm floored. I didn't think it would work, but yeah, I want to get the top off, so I wanted to make sure it worked. It does, and I'm going to take the trim off to start, and then go from there, because I got to get the top off to fix this, and now is the time to fix this mess and get the rear quarters completely done. I'm going to pop the trunk lid off, get the weather strip out so I can sand all in here. I want to paint the inside of the trunk before I paint the quarters, but that's no big deal. But I want to get this all fixed before I even paint the inside of the trunk, so if I got to stand or sit in there to work, I can, or lay in there, or, you know, I don't want to scratch up new paint in there working on this. I popped all the trim off. I can't get this trim off until I take this interior trim piece off, so maybe tomorrow, I'm going to call it a day, so maybe tomorrow I'll take that off and get this trim off. But this is all heavy steel, and that's really solid. It's just this right in here that's rotted out, so I'm just gonna cut, out and then weld in a new piece. And the same here. Tomorrow I think the top, and that's rusted through there. That's just this part underneath there, but that's a hole about the size of my finger. So I'll probably have to replace this from here to here, so this lead will have to come out. And the lead is cracked. I already got stuff in the trunk. The lead had a little hairline crack in it. I don't see it now, but take my word for it, I saw a little crack in the lead, and that'll just telegraph through, so I got to clean that out where it's cracked and take care of that. And then I took my body hammer where I'd been hitting where that body filler was, and it went through there. And it's dented it there, but it didn't go through. I think that's where the trunk hinge is welded there. And then this, that's all solid, but it's just hideous, and it's just all uneven. And so I'm going to probably, and again, this is all solid steel here, and it's been bondoed right up to there. And so I think I'm going to cut this out just the same as the other side and just weld in a new piece, just because that's old school brazing there. They pop riveted something in there. You can see the pop rivets. And then they brazed it. I used to braze panels in cars, when I first started doing it, but you can see the warpage in the metal. You get severe warpage from brazing and from the heat. So I am going to just cut, like I say, all this warped and hammered metal out. I don't want a 1/2 inch of body filler in the panel, so I'm going to take that out and fix it properly. This side I was able to get this molding off because the panel's off, so I could get to the screws. But you can see this primer here. See how that's original body color? They must have taken the trim off when they fixed this before, because this black primer, if you look in the past videos, was showing in areas on here, and there in areas that black primer only came right around into here and went all the way across, and about the same on the other side, and was just in here. And does anyone ever remember that product called Condor? It was like a spray thick primer. It was just nasty stuff. You'd spray on and sand it out like spray on body filler, almost is what the stuff was like. That's what I think that might have been, was that Condor stuff that you would spray it over body filler, and then you could sand it out and it would hide any of the imperfections. But it just was nasty stuff. But anyway, most of all that took a little more to clean off with that paint stripper wheel than it did, say, the paint like that. But we're going to get all this fixed now and get the trunk lid off, get the weather strip out, get that all sanded. And I don't know if I'm repeating myself. Like I say, I make these videos sometimes over a couple days, or they're a couple hours, a few hours difference between when I make clips and stuff. So deal with it if I repeat myself. And I want to paint the inside of the trunk before I paint the outer body. And then there's some door dings. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. And they're just so tiny. See where the paint's left in them? That's how I know that they're there. That one's just really tiny. This one's really tiny too. It's almost not even... This one I can feel, and this one I can just barely feel, and barely feel that one. That one I can't feel, and this one I can just barely feel. But anyway, we'll get those fixed too. And so that's it. I'm going to wrap up this video here. And I'm sure my face is major dirty from all grinding. I did have a dust mask on. I can't find any more dust masks anywhere, so I have to reuse my old dirty ones, just blow them out with compressed air and you know, just kind of make them last as long as I can. But you know, if you like the video, hit the like button. It certainly helps. And if you want to see this neat old Galaxie in its glory again, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching my video.